Here's an instrument from India, Swarmandal, and it originates from Germany, zither, the zither, and then it traveled to India, and now it's a Swarmandal. And we can sing do, re, mi, or sa, re, ga ma da, re, sa, or do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. And these are two systems that are actually the same, just like two different languages. And when you learn do, re, mi, re, do, re, do. When you learn do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Then you learn to give the notes of a scale a name. Why is that interesting? Because when you have given the notes of a scale a name, then it's easy. Just like if you can play an instrument, you know where the finger goes. And then it's the same with your voice. It knows, it can call the note. Because then you can go do, re, mi, and now I would ask you to sing so. So inside your head you go do, re, mi, fa, so. So you go do, so, fa. And how can you do this? By simply, I would love to show you how you can do it. Because why is this something worth learning? First of all, intonation, and especially improvisation. Because then, when you sing a song and you want to find other ways, or even if you want to write a melody and your inspiration runs dry, you can go, okay, what other notes could I try? Maybe also to get out of my common patterns of that I always sing, that I always write. And assuming that you have never learned do, re, mi, or sa, re, ga, I think I will just, for the Westerners, I will start with do, re, mi, because it's more, probably simply more familiar to you. Although I prefer sa, re, ga, the sargams from India, because of aesthetic reasons. They don't just use these names of the notes for a learning process, but actually for performance practice. It is a very important aspect of their classical music too. Sa, re, ga, ma, ga, ba, ma, ga, re, ga, re, sa. Okay, I wasn't thinking, but just these sa, 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 I'm doing everything wrong. Right. Because I was just not thinking. But the beauty is, I can think. So now, if you ask me to sing any note, I can do it. And also I can do patterns. And I can show you patterns that you can learn. So you can improvise more and more with much more imagination and tools to vary your ideas. Yeah, so let's start with do, re, mi. You can learn do, re, mi. I can teach you do, re, mi. And then later, if you want, you can, just like with another language, you can learn sa, re, ga. And it's the same thing, just different names. If you want to learn sa, re, ga, ma, da, re, sa, I would suggest, if you want to learn that anyway, to start straight away learning sargams instead of do, re, mi. Because it's easier to learn one language than two. Because if you learn one language, it's kind of, then it's something you know, and then using other names takes a while, get it in your head, but it's not a problem. It's just a shortcut if you know you just want to do sa re ga ma pa. Yeah, but here, let's just do do re mi. A little, just a little improvisation, or rather, you could almost call it a meditation, because you're thinking about where will I go next, which note will I go, what will I do next, and let me help you if you have never learned do re mi or sa re ga. Let's start with do re mi, and we will go very slow. Well, first let's sing the scale up and down. And it's helpful if you write down the syllables. You can find them on the internet everywhere. It's just called solfeggio, and it originates from Italy, but it's very predominant in Spain. They teach it in school there. Everybody sings do re mi. But in Spain, they have the do is always the C. And no matter what key you're in, do is always C. But what I'm teaching you here is the movable do. So if you're in the key of C, do is C. And if you're in the key of G, do is G. And this way, the wonderful aspect about that is you get to understand the relationships of harmony. You know, you get to understand harmony in music. You get to understand the intervals and really the backbone of also, and the rules. I mean, just the relationships like planets between each other and the tendencies of those notes. Yeah. So here we go. We're just going to sing the scale up and down. So I hope you found it on the internet. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. There's also do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, do. I learned ti. You can also do si, but well, you'll get confused because I'll do ti. So do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Sol. I learned just to do so. So just to call the major five. So. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. And this is the major scale. Do, re, mi. This is the major third. And try to sing it now. Do, back down for me. I'll sing it, and then you hear me, and then you can do it by yourself. And you. Back down, but let's do it again. Up. test, right? If it's your first time. Do, re, la, sol, la, maybe too fast. So, fa, you can come up with anything once you learn how to move in the scale. Yeah, it's very easy. You just start to walk up and down the scale, and then try different combinations and whatever comes in your mind. Yeah, please let me know if this was enjoyable, if you if there's something that I can improve or that was difficult. And if you want to learn also private lessons, just ask me. See you later.